In this video, we're going to be using the Ace of Spades by First Canadian Shave and the Ace of Spades straight razor. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And as mentioned before, today we're all about the Ace of Spades. And we have First Canadian Shave Ace of Spades and the Ace of Spades razor. This one is 76, by the way. And let's talk about the soap first. This is from the Macho Man, Randy Paquette, First Canadian Shave Ace of Spades, and this is a very nice scent. It's not my typical type of scent, but I do like it a lot. It is cigar, cherry, bourbon, bergamot. I'm telling you, So Sharp David, you will like this scent, I'm telling you. Very, very nice. You get the cigar, you get the cherry, you get the bourbon, and some sweetness, I think, also from the bergamot. Scent strength is right around medium, I would call it. Really, really nice quality soap. I have a confession to make. When I first started hearing about First Canadian, I thought maybe the Canadian guys just like it because it's from Canada. But I'm telling you what, this is a legitimately good front-running quality soap. As good as most of the soaps out there on the market, and better than a lot, honestly. Really nice scent. I got this, by the way, at the Razor Company. I think they're sold out at the Razor Company and at First Canadian right now. But stay tuned because he always puts up more eventually. I got it for $18.99 for 4 ounces, and on a cost chart there, that is $4.74 per ounce, which is a fair price, especially when you consider it's coming across an international border. The ingredients we'll put for you right there: buffalo milk, lanolin, shea, good stuff. First Canadian soaps are really nice. Razor for today, again, the Ace of Spades. This is number 76, and let's get into it. It's, by the way, 24 hours growth today, which is just standard growth. And we're going to mist the face and just get right into it. The brush for today, by the way, I forgot to mention, this is Lancaster Razor Works. See the Lancaster towels hanging back there. Lancaster Razor Works, and I got this in a trade. I'll talk about that in just a minute. Captain's Choice Bowl and creamy lather from the First Canadian. This is legitimately good stuff. There is no doubt about it. It is a nice quality soap. It's easy to work with. You don't really have to finesse it. And for me, that's good. I like a soap that just comes along. The lather comes along easily. It's good quality, slick. It's got good ingredients, good cost. I would call it good all the way around. And so this brush, Justin, he's known as Carry On Steady Now on Instagram, had reached out to me about Khalifa, the soap, because I bought the special edition soap in the container. And he did not think that I would like the scent. And as it turned out, I didn't really care for it. I liked it at first, but as I lathered it, that sort of cannabis note presented itself, and that's just not for me. And he offered me a trade for this brush here, which is a Lancaster Razor Works brush. And you know I love Andre's stuff, and so I was like, sure. And so I traded him. Now, the colors are not my favorite. I'm not a brown guy, but I just wanted to have a Lancaster Razor Works brush, and now I do. So thank you very much, Justin, and I hope you enjoyed the Khalifa. This soap smells really, really nice, by the way. It's not my typical sort of jam, but it's really, really nice. By the way, I want to mention, if you missed it yesterday, I put out a video, and maybe I'll pop it in the top here of my top 10 single edge razors. I had inadvertently, wow, nice edge. This is a Michael Schultz edge, and not surprisingly, it's phenomenal. Anyway, I had inadvertently scheduled my top single edge razors video to air a few days ago, and then when I realized it was up, I took it back down. But some folks had already seen it, so you might have already seen it, but if not, it'll be up there for you, and I hope you'll check it out, and I'll link it below also. Always check out the links and so forth below. I also have a couple of lather tutorials linked below the video here, and the products used today are those that are available. This razor is a vintage razor, so it's not being produced. But man, what an edge. Very smooth, very nice. It's got that Schultz smoothness that I've come to appreciate. Sharp while smooth. And Really been appreciated. Now, some people have started to ask whether Mike hones for people, and the answer is I don't know. He's done some honing for me, and we talk and so on, but I don't know if he's interested in, honing for other folks. But I will ask him, and I will, if he wants me to provide his information at some point, I will link his email or something like that. He did tell me that, he takes his time on razors, so he's not interested in honing a ton. He doesn't want to have a ton laying around, But man, he's a good honer, I'll tell you that. Very nice, very smooth. And I know when I get one of his edges, I have 100% confidence it's going to be great and to my liking. It just suits my preference perfectly because it's nice and sharp. And there is no roughness to it. And for me, that's the most important thing. I just don't want roughness in my edge. And as long as it's not rough, I'm good. Of course, it has to be sharp because let's face it, if it's not sharp, it's not going to feel super smooth. If it's tugging and so forth, it's not going to feel smooth. So, but this edge is quite nice. And I always know when I get one of his edges. And I've tried now probably, I want to say 6 of them. And they've all been top rate, regardless of what he uses, whether it's synthetic or JNat. So that's always great. So the other day I was mentioning in a shave that I can't wait to get in here and shave every day. And that is true. It's the absolute truth. Like I'm raring to go. I've got my stuff set up. I've already got the soap scraped out in the bowl. And the only thing I'm waiting on is my wife to get up because she gets up later than I do. And I don't want to be yapping and waking her up, while she's sleeping. And so I'm just waiting for her to get up. And as soon as she gets up, boom, I'm in the bathroom. As soon as she has a chance to use the restroom, I'm in here and I'm getting this shave on. Yeah, I look forward to it just that way. It's enjoyable. I spend a lot of time, so naturally, I'm going to be ready to go. And that's why I do, I'm a 7-day-a-week shaver. It is rare that I miss a day. Pretty much I have to be traveling or something like that to miss a shaving day. And that's rare. Man, the soap, by the way, beautiful quality. Really beautiful. Beautiful. And I'm digging the brush also. Again, it's not my favorite colors, but it is a Lancaster brush, and I'm happy to have it. And I'm rinsing the lather off the handle there. I do that all the time, and it hardly ever affects it. The only soap that it's ever affected because the water gets down in the knot was the Gentleman's Nod soap. That soap is, for me, a little bit more finicky. And the levels of water that you add, I mean, it can cause it to be very, very minimal on lather volume if you happen to get too much water. The last time I used it, I was rinsing the handle like that, and it just got so thin it wasn't great. But it's nice, slick soap, and it certainly smells great. Their offerings, but every other soap I use, I rinse the handle that way, and it's never a problem. So that is what it is. All right, I want to remind you that Real Talk is coming up this Friday night. So if you have any questions you'd like to see us discuss, please put them in the comments below, and I'll write them down. Can you hear that? This razor is hollow, and it definitely does some singing as you're using it, which I like. I always like these hollow ground razors. Definitely my favorite grind. That feedback is enjoyable, and I think it also assists in the shave too, because you can hear it cutting, so you know it's doing its work. The more wedgy the razor, the less it sings. So just be aware of that. If you buy a razor that's a wedge, don't expect it to sound like this. And if you get a full wedge, you'll hear almost nothing. And some people really prefer that, but myself, the hollow grinds are where it's at. I enjoy that feedback. Just to me, it's enjoyable. And it also gives you just another level of feedback to use. So if it sounds a certain way, you know, maybe you're too shallow or not shallow enough. I mean, you can, all the feedback you get, visual, audio, helps, I think, in the shave. So if I have a choice, I will always go for the most hollow grind possible. But that's just me. Some people prefer wedges because they like the weight and the way they shave. But I am definitely a hollow fan for the reason that you can, I think the edges, for me, the edges always feel better for one. I don't know why, they just do. But also that feedback, I just love it. And I'm telling you, this soap is really legitimately good quality. I wasn't kidding earlier because I know I was talking to Magic Mike and Justin, the Red Island Shaver, early on about First Canadian. And they were all like, it's one of the best soaps on the market. And I was like, is it really? Or are you guys just rooting for it because it's Canadian? And I'm telling you, after having used, I want to say like 5 of them now, they were not kidding. It's legitimately good stuff. And the Macho Man Randy Paquette, as I like to call him, and he doesn't act particularly macho, by the way. I'm just calling that because of Randy Savage. But he's a very nice guy, too. And he's a very experienced honer, and he will share his knowledge on honing as well. He's helped out many, many people. I've asked him questions, and he's responded. And that's the great thing about this hobby is most people take the notion that knowledge is to be shared, and I think that's the way it should be. We should all be helping each other hit the marks as it applies to the hobby. So other people can pass it down because we're not going to be here forever. And so hopefully if you're a hobbyist, you're sharing information and advocating in a positive way for the hobby. It's what I try to do. And I hope I'm relatively successful at it. All right, there we go. More First Canadian. See the sheen on that lather? Good stuff. Good stuff. It's no joke. And I'm always happy to use Randy's stuff. And I will be getting more. I think I'm going to get that one. He has one that's peppermint and something else. And he'll be having the Mojito. Is it Mojito Chill? Or I can't think of the name of it. But it's Mojito something, I want to say. Frozen Mojito. I don't know. But I will be getting that. Probably the peppermint one he has. Peppermint grapefruit, something like that. I'll be getting that. And the razor company has been getting shipments and they've been selling out. Because people are discovering that this is really good stuff. Or people outside of Canada. Now, some people have known all along. Our Canadian brothers have already known this. But a lot of us in America, and maybe abroad in Europe, are just now figuring out that this is a high quality soap. And in my opinion, for me, as I like to say, and someone made a comment the other day on one of my videos, for me, Chris Bailey. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. Because I can only speak for me. You know, I'm not speaking for anyone else. But from my perspective, this is among the best soaps on the market. Ease of use, high. Quality ingredients, good price. And all the categories that I would rate a soap, this one would be in the tops. And that is not lip service. You know, that's just the way I feel about the soap. It's one of those that's going to compare very favorably with the best soaps on the market. And so I'm glad to see more people discovering this, and I'm glad to have discovered this myself. And people like Magic Mike, and I'll link his Instagram account, and Justin, the Red Island Shaver, and Lyle, and B. Lou. All those folks have been here for a long time, and I'm just now here, but better late than never. Aboard the First Canadian Drain. Very nice. This edge, again by Michael Schultz, who I think consistently, his edges have a very characteristic, sharp but smooth feel to them that just, it really is a pleasure to use them. I can't think of it. I've never had an edge from him where I thought it could be improved. To me, they're like, okay, this is exactly what I want as soon as I use the razor. And so you really can't argue with that. Really fantastic edges. Smooth as silk. No roughness at all. No harshness. And when I get his edges, I do not strop the blade because I know they're ready to go. And I would advise that if you're getting an edge from a reputable honer, ask them generally. But generally speaking, they've already stropped them and they are ready to go. That's the general rule. But I do not strop razors unless the person tells me to strop them. And every now and then they'll say, give it 10 or 15 or something like that, and then use it. But most of the time they'll say it's ready to go. You don't need to do a thing. Just wipe the oil off and get to work. And I'm telling you right now, Mike's edges are quite good. And I've been bragging about them for months now, and it's not lip service. It's just everything today is great. The soap, the brush, the edge here is phenomenal. And this is why I like coming in here. It's why I can't wait to get in here every single day. And yes, it takes a lot of time to make the videos and interact with people, but it's fun. And that's, you know, like I said before, if it's not fun, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't waste your time. If you're not enjoying it, don't do it. You're not going to be a celebrity in such a niche hobby. No one is. There's not a single celebrity in this hobby. There are some folks who maybe are a little more well-known than others, but there are no celebrities in this hobby. We're all shavers. We're all the same. And hopefully we all just love shaving, and that's what it's all about. All right. Phenomenal shave today. Let me rinse everything down here, and then we'll come back, get into the post. Stay tuned. All right, and we are back and off cam. We did a warm water rinse. We followed that with the alum, no stinging, so that was super smooth. Followed that with a cold water rinse. Then we used our Lancaster towel back there, patted dry, and then applied our Magic, made by Witch's Thayer's Witch Hazel. This was a phenomenal shave. I'm going to tell you what. First Canadian Shave is legit. It is legit. Outstanding soaps. It runs with the best soaps on the market as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely exceptional. The Ace of Spades today, exceptional as well. Great. Michael Scholl's edge, once again, absolutely terrific. The Lancaster Razor Works brush, which has one of the best coins in the business. And I think this is a cashmere knot. I really enjoyed that today as well. And of course, our Captain Scholl's Choice bow, which is awesome. We're going to finish it up today with First Canadian Shave Notorious, because I didn't get the Ace of Spades splash because I didn't know if I would like it, but I will be getting that splash in the future because the Ace of Spades is very nice scent. And I'm telling you, So Sharp David, you're going to love it. All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today. I really, really appreciate it. Please leave a comment below and let me know you're here. I appreciate you. I would love to thank you for coming to watch these videos. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way, and as always, God bless.